Welcome back to The Voice of Resistance. I'm Randall Terry. We're going to play for you a clip from Vice President Biden's speech that he gave the other day, and I want you to listen closely to the words. They are insidious. And then I'm going to talk to you about what is really at stake here. Andrew, play the clip.
Every once in a while, there's something that awakens the conscience of the country. And that tragic event did it in a way like nothing I've seen in my career. So we're here today to deal with a problem that requires immediate action, urgent action, and the President and I are determined to take action. I want it clear to the American public that on behalf of the President, we're reaching out to all parties on whatever side of this debate we fall. If the President is going to act, or executive orders, executive action that can be taken, we haven't decided what that is yet, but we're compiling it all with the help of the Attorney General and all the rest of the cabinet members, as well as legislative action we believe is required.
All right. There's two things that I want to point out to you about this. One is that Biden spoke of an awakening of the conscience. And two is that he floated in a very Machiavellian manner the fact that Obama and Holder, that tyrant, that vile attorney general, that they intend to try and pull one over on the American people using an executive order. I'm going to start talking about the executive order and then go to conscience. We have to resist any executive order at all costs. You may know that Obama has issued more executive orders in his presidency than all other presidents combined. This man, on many levels, is slowly, steadily strangling liberty out of the American public and setting himself up as, in my opinion, and the opinion of many others, a tin pot tyrant, a despot. No, it's happening slowly, all right? I mean, it's one little offense at a time. Saying, for example, that he refuses to enforce the law, the Defense of Marriage Act, all right? That's a type of tyranny. When you put yourself as a president or executive above the law of the land, you're a tyrant, okay? It might be a low-grade tyrant, like a low-grade fever, but it's tyranny nonetheless. Even if he issues an executive order that most people think, well, that's not that bad. No, that's not the point. You don't surrender the Second Amendment to the president. Period. No matter what. But beyond that, and one other thing, that's the stuff that convulsions and even, God forbid, revolution are made of. This man is a fool if he thinks that he is going to use the executive order to disarm Americans in any way. Now, it's not going to be some sweeping thing, but trust me, he's going to try and do something that's very intense, very evil, very iniquitous, and perhaps see what convulsion it creates. God forbid that he then uses the BATF or something. I don't even want to go there. But it's a part of Machiavelli's agenda that you use a crisis or you create a crisis to further your goal. And that's what I want to end on. This nonsense about conscience. When Biden said that there was an awakening of conscience, what he was trying to say was that now everyone is starting to see that we've really got to clamp down on guns. No, Joe. The awakening of conscience that should be happening, and I pray God it is this. Why haven't we armed school teachers? Why are we leaving children in harm's way Monday through Friday in a government fascist box? If there was going to be an awakening of conscience, it should be, let's wake up. The bad guys have guns. They're never going to give them up. We should teach our teachers how to use a gun to protect our children. Or how about an awakening of conscience that, oh my God, there are tyrants in the federal government that want to crush underfoot the freedoms that George Washington and Thomas Jefferson fought for. I'm having a crisis of conscience. The people who have been defending my right to keep and bear arms, they're right. Think of Melinda Herman, people, okay? The woman in Georgia who had a guy coming at her with a crowbar, her and her 2 9-year-old twins. She had a firearm and she shot him. If those teachers had been armed in Sandy Hook, or if some of those people in the Aurora Theater had been armed when that man came in during the Batman movie and started killing people, if somebody had been armed and started firing, so many people wouldn't have died. That's the awakening of conscience that needs to happen, and I hope that you're having one. Because what Biden is talking about is not the awakening of conscience, but the deadening of conscience. I'll be right back, and when we come back in this next segment, I'm going to actually bring out some firearms, real firearms, and give you a quiz. Don't go away.